Complementary and supplementary angles. If the sum of two positive angles is 90, the two angles are called complementary. Let's take a look at the analytic solution. Since the two angles are complementary and form a 90-degree angle, we'll simply take the 6m degree angle plus the 3m degree angle. We'll set it equal to 90. We'll combine like terms, 9m equal to 90. We'll divide both sides by 9, so m is equal to 10. And we'll back substitute. 6 times m, which is 10, is 60. So 1 of the degree measures is 60. And 3 times m, which is 10, is 30. So the two angle measures are 60 and 30. Let's take a look at the calculator solution. Here we'll use the solver. And here are the key steps to accomplish this. First of all, the solver is located in a catalog. And as we take a look at our calculator, we see that the catalog is above the 0 and it's yellow. So I'm simply going to hit second and 0, which is the catalog. Next, I want to find the solve function. So there's a couple of ways I can do this. I can actually use my down arrow on my cursor until I get to the S. Or if you look at the alpha keys, notice that the green S is located above the natural log. So a shortcut to get to the S's in the catalog are simply to hit alpha and the natural log, which is actually the S on our calculator. And it should take us to the beginning listing for the S's. So now I'll scroll down just a little bit to find solve. Here it is. And I'll simply hit enter. So how the solve function works, it takes 3 parameters. It actually takes your function. So notice I'm going to set my function equal to 0. So I'm going to put in the function as 6m. And I'm going to use alpha and a division symbol for m plus 3m minus 90, which is our function. I basically set it equal to 0, so I subtracted 90 from both sides. We must use a comma. We must use our variable. In this case, our variable is m. So again, that's alpha and our division symbol. I'll put in another comma. And next we want to put in a seed value. And for the seed value, it doesn't matter any number you put in. I'm simply going to put in a 0 for the seed value. I'm going to close off the solve function and I'm going to hit enter. And notice that it gives us a value of 10 for m. Next, to figure out the angles, we're going to store m for 10 and substitute into the figure to find our angle measures. So for example, I'll take this value of 10 and we'll simply store that. So we're going to use the STO. We're going to store that for m. And I'm going to hit enter to simply lock that in. So now to find our 6m degree angle is simply 6 times m, which is alpha, and a division symbol, and our calculator is going to replace m with 10. So we have a 60-degree angle and 3 times m for a 30-degree angle. So our 2-degree angle measures are 60 and 30. if the sum of two positive angles is 180, the two angles are called supplementary angles. Let's take a look at the analytic solution. Here we have two angles, 4K and 6K, whose sum is 180 degrees. So here we'll simply set 4K plus 6K equal to 180. We'll combine like terms. We'll divide by 10, so K is equal to 18. We'll back substitute our values for K, and we can see that our two angle measures are 42 degrees and 108 degrees. Let's take a look at the calculator solution. So once again, we're going to use that solve function. So we're going to go back into the catalog, which is second and 0. We'll find our s's, so we'll use alpha and the natural log key. We'll scroll down to our s for solve. We'll simply hit enter to lock it in. We'll put in our equation set equal to 0, so that's 4K. And notice that K is located above the begin parenthesis plus 6K minus 180. We want to put in our comma. The variable in this particular equation is K. We'll put in another comma. We'll put in our seed value of 0. We'll close off the solve function and we'll hit enter. And notice we get a value of 18. We'll store 18 for K and substitute into the figure to get the angle measures. So we'll simply use the STO function. So I'll hit the store key. We're going to store 18 for our variable K. I want to hit enter to lock that in. So now I'll simply hit 4 times K. Which will give us 72. We'll now put in 6 times K, which will give us 108. So our two angle measures are 72 and 108.